right, going.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of aftershocks with this one though.
Breaking news. All right, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Of course. Let me get rid of this one. Go to.
I figured you were out and about because you didn't call me.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, okay.
I got to do the. What the heck?
Chicken lip theory again.
Latest earthquakes. There we go.
Wait, where is what's his name? Did he have chocolate again?
No, he's probably sleeping. Hey, Lake Girl, Susan, Calmness, Flutter Girl, Beth. Yeah, he's been here. Was studying Garlock when it happened back then. Like an hour, if I remember right, he says.
He probably breaks his Kit Kats before eating them.
Yeah. And Nevada, yeah, Mina, Nevada popped in again. There's some compressional pressure down in from Lompoc down to, Palm Desert. That's the compressional section of the San Andreas. That's what's going on right now. I mentioned it briefly during the morning report regarding some activity moving from Elsinore over to San Jacinto. And I didn't post it, but I have it recorded.
If you go to the drum, you can see the signatures showing up just about now.
All right, going. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. It's SCSN. Here's California. Bump, bump, bump. All right, yeah, you can see it here. We can't show you that. Sorry about that. SCSN is, or Cal Seismograph. If you need to know anything about Southern Cal, there's some of the best stuff over there. I see a little 4 hit. Yeah, what came out as a 5.7 cat. So it's been downgraded. So that's kind of it looks like about the same size as the other quake that happened. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and check out what it says. Highland Park. You can see compressional here, the moment tensor, the origins, magnitudes, 484, 494, 461, 439. They say no stations contributed to this 439. That means somebody called it. And either the machine or somebody. Station details. Yeah, between a 5 and a 463. So go figure. On that one, but we were looking for, when did that other one happen up here? Was it 7 days already?
It's been about a week.
Has it been a week? Zooming in.
It's been about a week. We can go to the last month.
It actually happened on the 6th, so it's been 6 days.
And not even a full week yet.
5.2 that happened in Lamont. Look at this. Same signature as we have in today's quake. See the signature right there? Just a little bit moved. See, both were compressional. So we see that same kind of signature on both sides of the mountain, or mountains, I should say. If you look in here and look at a satellite, this is the quake that happened a week ago, and the other quake happened today. Let me go to USGS today. Satellite booming in. You'll see that was last week right there. This is where it's happening today. And what do you see down the middle? Yeah, you see a valley. Now, they didn't cut that with just trucks and tractors and stuff. There really is an avenue that goes all the way up and over. And this is the Tejon Pass, better known for the Grapevine, which Southern Cal is well aware of. And if I did the terrain, you'd see Lubbock or Fraser Park. Fort Tejon is up in here, Santa Clarita, is up in here, the other side of San Fernando. Today's quake has happened to Alhambra, Pasadena, Monterey Park, west or east LA, basically. Hollywood is to the west, east LA, South Pasadena, San Gabriel, Monterey, East Los Angeles. All of that, that's where this quake happened. It just so happens there's a path through the San Fernando Valley, San Clarita, along that 5 freeway, and that's where these other ones happen. Now we've seen some activity down here. The chicken leg's moving, I tell you, everybody. The chicken leg is moving. You know, all the chicken leg is. Yeah, all that means is the Pacific Ocean's grinding up against North America. North America has been pushed due to what was happening out here with Iceland. Several quakes up here, the Labrador Basin, Greenland area, several quakes. If you don't believe me, I'll just go ahead and show you. These are the last 30 days, and you'll see all these up here. We've seen activity down the St. Lawrence River. We've seen several activity, even today, several quakes happened in eastern Kentucky, west and central Texas been popping real good. So all the way down that line. And we also see the swarms that are happening. See, even USGS adds this one, right? It's a 2.7, but we know there's a hell of a lot more happening down there in Mexico. If I showed you, you got to turn the thing off there, girl. Yeah, you can see all along the coast. This happens all the time. So it's not a shocker. So it's not like all of a sudden this is happening. No, there's a time period when the chicken leg moves this way and the chicken leg moves that way. It's moving this way right now. That's why we see a lot of activity up here in the Delta region. Now we're seeing activity in the Sacramento, San Joaquin Basin in the southern end. We're seeing it in LA.
Some people talking about possibly like Sacramento got a warning. USGS.
Oh yeah.
So Sacramento's on watch.
Well, that's it. That's
interesting. Somebody in the chat on CA Seismograph said it.
Okay.
So can't verify it. That was what I did hear.
And you can see a nice line of quakes coming out of here, out of Mexico, pushing up here. That's the same kind of pressure that's hitting up in here. This is the Pacific Ocean moving. That's what that is. It's common. But when you start to see a bunch of it, that means it's moving more. And it just comes and goes. It's in waves. And that's what we're seeing, I believe, in greater Los Angeles area. This has been my watch area, Lompoc, the edge of Garlock, even maybe a little Ridgecrest. I didn't focus so much down in Southern Cal because my daughter lives there. She's on the line and you can hear her talking. But we have seen some activity in the San Diego Trough, something off of Ensenada in the last little while, but which is, the coastal ranges, the coastal parts of the San Andreas Fault system. We've seen that. And this one here, 4.4, it was downgraded. And they're not going to tell us why. But we can always look to it. Let's see, Alamax. I don't see what Alamax has to say about it. Well, maybe they don't say much. I was looking for Alpine, actually. Where's Alpine, Texas? And this is the events. Yeah, it's got to get updated here today. Let's go to the map.
Yeah, my guess is going to be Garlock area, where it meets San Andreas.
Right.
Area.
Well, we had some Barstow, which is that has to break out there in Barstow. See, here's the Lancaster area. This was not in Lancaster. This was in Los Angeles. This 4.4.
There was a little tremor out in Lancaster, though.
Yeah, and my daughter's saying there was a tremor out that way. So, how to view that? I would do all magnitudes right now today.
Just looking at commercial.
Yeah, you're stuck in a commercial. You'll see one is a quarry blast, and then there's a Quake Edwards Air Force Base, small one. One out here in Apple Valley, moving towards Barstow, and then also today we talked about Big Bear had a couple of quakes as well, and looks like a little bit of a swarm in Big Bear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 quakes in fawn skin right there. Now, I don't remember where the epicenter of the 1992 quake was, but we can probably look that up. But that one, and then just outside of Yucca Valley was the 1992 quake, and then the 1999 was out a little further. And then Ridgecrest happened, and that's the 40-year history. But what needs to happen to clear it all up from Ridgecrest all the way down to Mexico is the Barstow area needs to rock and roll. We've had rock and rolls down here. Nothing in this part of the Coachella Valley has really significantly gone in a while. And if it does, it's going to be a mess all the way from Brawley all the way up into the compressional range there, where Mount San Gorgonio is. San Gorgonio is 3,500 meters. San Jacinto is 3,200 meters. Both of these are huge mountains, and there's a pass that comes through, and that's where the San Andreas cruises in between, goes up El Cajon, and then continues on out. And that's where what looks like we had another quake just come in at 2.2 Highland Park, and Corona 1.2. You say they're just now coming out on USGS. So
yeah, when I looked at it, it looks like all the lines that run parallel from the San Andreas to the coast were just lightened up.
Yeah. Hey, Gina, how are you? It's not Miss Joe. That's my daughter. Lady Onyx. That's my daughter. And she lives there in Cali still. Can't wait to get her out. But up here, we do have Ojai had a couple of small quakes as well. So you can see a line of quakes, a line of quakes, a line of quakes pushing where it's being compressed. This is rising faster than this. So it's pressing up in that compressional area. This area moving north, this area kind of staying there. So it's the eddy effect of the compression. Now the San Andreas is still moving, and you'll see it up here on the what fault is it? It starts with a C, I know. Calaveras fault, moving all the way up through. We just now again had another 1.8 off of Covello, which is I think that's not the Monica, it's the Bartlett Springs. The Macamba fault is right here. So North America banging up against the Pacific Ocean. That's what this is. It's not rocket science. It's not craziness. It's not the end of the world. It's just saying what's going on. Now the world, I mean, we got San Antonio even coming with a couple little bangers down there, but not seeing anything up in the east. The other end of the Wasatch Wasatch Fault, the Wasatch, which moves on this side. On this side is the Walker Lane. The spreading in between is the Great Basin, and what we know so far, it's not crazy. You just have pizza boxes, right? Pizza boxes and it comes in like this. Excuse me. Pizza boxes and window capture and display capture. There we go. And then I'll zoom it down in. There you go. So base, and then runs off, and that happens. All the water runs down in here. All these mountains get washed down as the ground splits and gets compressed. What is already compressed.
We all had an internet blip here, too, right before it happened.
Oh, yeah. Sharing each many now, including media database. Thanks, Circus Girl. Yeah, chicken leg is stepping and moving. Yeah, I know, right? Little boogie time. It's relatively small quake. Nothing to be alarmed. Just understand it's part of the greater system that's working. Once you begin to be familiar with the processes of how these, like if I were to take a picture here, right, just of this, and I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to open it up. Watch what I do here. All right, file, open, right here. All right, and then I'm going to zoom in. All right, so we see, everybody sees this. What you're seeing is there's a line of faults that go this way, a line of faults that go this way, a line of faults that go this way, right? Some that come around this way. All right, faults. There's a fault going that way too. Another fault. Right, we have faults that move all the way down. Right, you have the Elsinore fault, the San Jacinto fault, the San Andreas, which is actually comes out here, and the Imperial comes down here. So all of these faults.
Walker Lane, too, right?
And yeah, Walker comes up through Palmdale, right? Then we have the east-west faults because it compressing on the top. So this is banging up as everything moves north, as everything is moving in that direction, right? And then sliding in that direction. It hits this compressional something here, and as all this is banging here, everything kind of turns. Whoops, let me take that and go like this, and put everything's kind of well, that doesn't help you at all, does it? Oil brush. Okay. It's kind of right here. It's compressional all the way through here. So this sector, once it breaks free and shoots up north, right? Once it breaks free and shoots up north, then the San Andreas moves big.
Yeah.
But it has to get past this compressional. So in this region here, you can see where Garlock comes through, and then there's this shift over where Garlock continues. That just shows you how much time it's been since the whole thing's really rocked. So, and you can see out to sea it comes too. So, at the base of the mountain is Sierra Madre Fault, all the way base in the San Gabriel Mountains, all the way out to San Ynez Mountains. Sierra Madre is out here. Great big giant fault. All of these are because of all this compression right here. It's unique. You know, we have strike slip down here. We have strike slip up here. That's where they're sliding side by side. Right here is where it's banging up against each other. I'll put forth another idea. That's what's happening right here. It's banging against each other. That's where the San Andreas stops. And that's where the subduction starts. Or is it over time that used to be subduction is changing, or vice versa? Don't know. Is there a plate boundary up in here? Don't know. We can't see under the ground too well. But all these, knowing how all these things works, helps us understand where the quakes are going to happen, what kind of quakes are going to happen, and how to prepare for the inevitable thing happening. And the Elsinore moving on the way right into Los Angeles. That's what it's going. It's a very long fault. It starts down here off the Colorado River, down into Mexico, all the way up into Los Angeles, then off the coast. So, or even up into Simi Valley. Okay.
The Whittier quakes were also on that fault too.
Yeah. So that the SNL fault system, the San Jacinto fault system dead ends right in that compressional range right here at Wrightwood, whereas the longer one is the Elsinore, which I think the Elsinore could go a lot bigger than the San Jacinto, in my opinion.
I think it ends in where the Garlock meets. I think it goes all the way up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's the San Gabriel fault
Silverback.
zone. Yeah, the San Gabriel fault zone goes right there.
I would consider that part of it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And then you can see right here is the Elsinore, which kind of bends right into downtown Los Angeles, right?
It goes up.
And then, filters up here in the Verdugo fault. And there is some cross faulting that happens. The Hollywood fault, Pasadena, Santa Monica faults, the Sierra Madre, which kind of turns at the base of San Gabriel's. All these different faults are due to this compressional unit that is from basically Fraser Park area. See how the bend in San Andreas is? I always call it off Lompoc. But where you can see right from here all the way down to just past Palm Springs is all compressional. Then there's strike slip down here. It's different. It acts differently up in here because of this moving that way and that moving that way, opposite. And it's kind of a reverse eddy. You can even see this fault here bending, right? Yeah. So this Garlock is not the only one that goes east to west or west to east and it bends at the top. There's another one right through here, right through the compressional range. And then there's another one down here. What's this one called? The Pindle Mountain Fault. Okay? That goes through Yucca Valley, 29 Palms. Then there's another one down here. So these major faults, not as big as the Tehachapi or the Garlock Fault. These other ones act just like it because of the way the plate's moving. And in the old days, we had the severe moving up north. All this was moving north. Don't know how it happened. But stay tuned every morning, 7 to 9 every morning here in the West. I'm not in Cali anymore, but I'm in Arizona. We do the morning report. Every evening, we monitor what's going on. If something should happen, like it is happening, I'll come on if I was available. We also, every Wednesday night and Saturdays as of late, we've been doing the rabbit hole where we go into a little more detail explaining what's going on here. And this Wednesday is going to be really, really, really good about what's happening in the West Coast here, and to couple with what's happening with the teaching from Professor Nick over in Central Washington University, or whatever it is, where he's at. He's up in there. So hang in there, everybody. It's not the end of the world. Don't be afraid. Just be aware that this stuff does happen. Be prepared. Have a plan. If your power goes out, what do you do? If the freeways collapse, what do you do? Do you have cash set aside? Because if there's no electricity, you can't go get gas unless you pay for cash. Pay with cash. All right? Have copies of your bills paid, your mortgage, your car payment, whatever. Have copies from their site that it's paid, and your bank account statements saying that you paid, so that if they lose due to a backup problem that it failed, you're covered.
Oh, you should always have a copy.
Yeah. Always have a monthly copy of if you have medication, I know how hard it is because some of these medications only last so long, plus they're really
strict on how many you can take.
Yeah. And be aware, they don't want to let you have a lot of controlled substances. But be aware, protect yourself. Have yourself 30 days worth of food. Freeze-dried food stays 25 years. Go get it. Have yourself 2, 3, 4 of those 5-gallon drums of water. Right? Store them in a closet, in a dark space, not on a cement. Put a board underneath it, because you'll find out it acts a little funny if you don't. But have a plan. It's not the end of the world. It can be scary for some, but don't panic. It'll get worse sometimes. Sometimes it won't. It'll just be like surfing, So we'll see. I think this is not over. We've had so many flares from the sun, so much activity, electromagnetic activity. We're going to be seeing more. And Southern Cal is on the watch. We're not forecasting. We're just saying this is a place of interest that is an interest, just like Japan, having that big quake there. It was quiet, and all of a sudden it's not.
Yeah, if you hear of Japan put a watch out for a mega quake themselves yesterday.
Gas pumps won't work with electricity. You're right. So make sure your car is full of gas every day. Letting it go to empty, then you say, oh shoot, I don't have gas. Oh no. Yeah. Get yourself one of those little crank pumps too, so you can crank some gas out of another car. Put it in your car.
Backup batteries for your phone. And flashlights.
Yep.
An emergency radio would not go amiss.
Yeah.
I would say. And I have one of them that's solar or crank or battery, so there's 3 options.
Yep. Just be prepared. That's all. Anyway, thanks for listening. We're going to post this on YouTube, and remember, I'll put that in there for you for, let me see where it is. The morning report here. Yeah, I'm sure. Here's the rabbit commercial right now. There you go. The rabbit hole was created to dive deeper into subjects that needed further examination. Hi, I'm Joe, and my guest and I will take you on a journey of discovery and exploration. We will provide insight and theories regarding the subjects we discuss. Come join us live at joeslicklive.locals.com, or you can join us on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you. And remember, don't get none on you.